Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to look at a very fun commander. I made this deck basically on a whim. I saw this commander and I thought the effect was pretty interesting and decided to make a deck on it. There's been people who have made different versions of this deck and I kind of felt like I don't know, I don't want to say they weren't that good, they just weren't that optimized in my opinion. So I tried to optimize this as best as I could on a budget. You can make this deck for like $40 maybe less than that. I don't know. I have to do the math. Anyway, take a look at the Emperor. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then if there are 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, transform it. And then turns into this. Lord Master of Hell. When they attack, deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. So we need to do 2 things. Have a lot of non-creature spells, and also we need to have a few of them that are, well, usually, like quite a few of them that are 4 mana. So here's the deal. A lot of people who build this deck, they like to run a lot of 4 mana non-creature spells just to hit the trigger on this so you can transform it. But there's a little bit faster way to do that than just doing that. So anyway, you can also tap it and add mana to cast a non-creature spell. So this card is just insane for an uncommon. And I thought, again, the effect is really, really cool. So I have a lot of cards that basically put the cards in the grave. Otherworldly Gaze, Spell Pierce, Slip Out the Back, Soul Ring, because, you know, why not? Again, just puts a +1 counter on it, and it phases out. This is Ashnod's Transmogrant. 1 mana artifact. Sack it, put a +1/+1 counter on target non-artifact creature. Again, it just needs the +1/+1 counters on it, and then you cast a 4 mana spell, and then that's good enough to get the to flip it. So target creature can't block. Be blocked this turn, draw a card. Shore Up is a protection spell. This is a mill card. Mills 3. Lightning Axe, just because gets cards over hand and also deals damage to a creature. Gets rid of 1. Lightning Bolt just because. Unsummon, Syncopate, Spidemogus, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. Try 1, so obviously quite a bit. Kick in the door, +1/+1 counter target creature. They gain haste, so haste part's not that relevant. Sometimes it is. Striker Rich, why not? Consider. Arcane Signet, Fire Diamond, Fellwar Stone, Sky Diamond, Desperate Ritual, just gets the ball rolling a little bit faster. Strat Plan, look at 1, put 2 in the grave, look at the top 3, and then put 1 in your hand and the rest in the grave. Tormenting Voice, draw a discard, exit, bounce something, Cathartic Pyre, you can deal 3 damage to something, or draw and discard. This is an interesting card. So turn target instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So when you're milling yourself, you know, you're gonna be putting a lot of your good stuff in there. There's 2 specific cards that we want to get with that. Get to those when we get to those. Ideas Unbound, draw 3, discard 3, end of turn. When you're popping off, that card is just insane. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Negate. This card's pretty good. When it enters, search your library for a basic land, and then sack it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. This puts a bunch of +1/+1 counters on a creature. It does reduce the base power and toughness of 1/1, but again, that doesn't matter because you really just want the effect. It's an attack trigger when it deals damage to each opponent. This deals 4 damage to each player, because sometimes you just need that extra bit of damage to kill everybody off. Wins, again, just puts a bunch of cards from your hand to the grave, then you draw that many. Boots, handling, go get Soul Ring, I guess, and then you can discard a card at random. A Braid, Desperate Ravings, draw a discard at random. Amok, discard a card at random, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. Cathartic Reunion, I don't know why that's there. Seize the Storm, basically you put a big creature into play based on how many instant sorceries you have in your graveyard. Yeah. Rise of the Tides, create a tap 2/2 zombie for each instant sorcery card in your graveyard, so which is a lot. Okay. Here are the big cards. So you want to get 2 counters on this, which isn't that hard. There's a lot of things that give it +1/+1 counters. So you just need 2, and then this or this. So you play this. This will transform because it'll get 3 counters on it from the cast. And then you put top half of your library into the graveyard. So obviously you're going to be putting a lot of non-creature spells in there. And then you attack, and it's not going to be 40, but it'll be quite a bit. I usually hit about 30 to 35. So that'll definitely put people down to quite a bit. There was one time I hit I think 20, like 28 or something. But other than that, like, you know, again, it's not like a guaranteed that you're going to kill everybody with this, but you're going to do a lot of damage. Usually on turn 5 is when I'm hitting it. Okay, next card is cut your losses. This does the same thing, but it does have Casualty 2, which I don't think I'm playing any other creatures, but if I were, like, Electromancer would be good. You know, reduce your spells, and then you cast this, and because Casualty 2 on this is, and then you swing with this is game, but definitely for sure game. But milling half your library is still pretty good. It's going to put a lot of people in a bad spot. You become the threat immediately when you play that. Real Possibility, Into the Fire. It's like some of my lands got shuffled in. But Rampage, this blows up. If anybody's playing like a bunch of artifacts, just get rid of them with that. Sabotage. Pieces of the Puzzle. Look at the top 5, put 2 instant source cards in your hand, rest in the grave. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, can't be blocked. So that card's really good. Prismari Command, because it's Prismari Command. Probably one of my favorite Izzet cards. And then you have Drown of Dreams. This could probably just come out, but just a draw spell, really. And a mill spell, if you have your commander. So, it does a thing or two. This is basically just counter spell, because Emperor is also a wizard. Fallout deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. Again, with your +1/+1 counters, you don't have to worry about this. And it's also just a mini board wipe. Rain, Channel Force, this card's okay. I had one of these on hand. You don't have to play this. Washout gets board wipe, basically. Big Score. Aether. This card, it's pretty good. Basically copy a spell. Behold the Multiverse. Bond of Insight. Spellgyre. I absolutely love this card. This is probably one of my favorite cards. From the recent sets, I guess. I'm usually not a big fan of recent cards, but this one, I like it a lot. Fact or Fiction. And then, looks like mixed tokens, discard, treasure tokens, and you also draw and discard. Mystic Retrieval. You put a card from your graveyard back in your hand. Memory Deluge. It's just another 4-mana thing you can cast. Aetherize is a 4-mana thing that you can cast on an opponent's turn. Hedron Archive. It's okay. It does ramp you a little bit, and then if you don't need it, you just sack it and draw 2 cards. But it's also 4 mana, so. And then Aether Gale, so. Yeah, that's basically the deck. I mean, there's probably some other 4 mana spells you can replace some of these with that would be a little bit better. But I really think you just don't want to run any creatures at all, and you want to get your mass mill cards into your hand as fast as you possibly can, and then kill everybody. And that's all.